that life is just happening to you, you are stuck, you feel dry, you feel chaotic, you feel like you have so much to do while you are doing nothing, you are thinking continuously that something is going wrong, but you don't know what, then let me tell you, it is not your life, it is your daily habits. And no, this is not another video of me saying you what your daily habits should look like, but this is much more than that. We got to understand the root of the problem, because it is said that before you even solve a problem, you should exactly know what the problem is. So here I am to tell you what the actual problem is and how can you solve it. The thing is, tiny habits that we do in our life, it is either taking us near to our glow up, or it is taking us away from it and just trapping us in that survival mode. And that is exactly why you feel like you are just in constant loop of doing things, but nothing is actually getting done. You are not feeling fulfilled and you're just not happy overall. So if you are someone like that, please watch this video, because I am here to bring a change in your life, and that is what I do in a regular basis, to bring a real life jazz with something doable. I don't say you to get up at 5, but I make practical changes over here. And if you are someone who's interested in that, please feel free to follow my channel. And without further ado, let's get started. These are the tiny things that has made me more feminine, more rooted, more grounded, more focused, and actually more me. Because I think that is something that we need to be in our feminine energy, to create a routine in which we feel fulfilled. Like, I know that people say that routines, habits, etc. is so much overrated, but trust me, when you start doing those habits and when you enter your feminine era, you see how beautiful the things are at the other end of the laziness. That's when there's no turning back. Once you see your true potential, because I'm sure you have a lot of potential in you, you are not just using it in a right way. Once you start using the true potential, you are gonna be unrecognizable. And here I am. I really want to help you to get out of your lazy era and see what you're capable of. Because trust me, ladies, you are so much more capable than you know. And these tiny habits, they are gonna take you a step closer to know your true potential. So stick till the end. And yes, please let me tell you, you don't need to wait for your next Monday, for your next morning, for your next anything, next month, next year to bring a change. Change can be brought from the very time you see the video. And that is what my channel is all about. We don't wait for the perfect moment. We start whenever we can, whenever it feels right. This video is divided into 3 chapters, and each chapter has some subpoints. So our first chapter is energy is environment. If you are a corporate employee, you will see that you get so much work done in the office than working from home. You get so much work done when you are in a library than you are studying at home. Why? Because it is all about environment. And sometimes if your office environment is not good, you get so much done at home. It can be vice versa. It all depends on your environment of how much you're gonna get done. That is why environment is so much important. And here are the tips of how you can have a good environment. Number 1, romanticize your transition. What do I mean by romanticizing your transition? Right now you're rushing from one thing to another, like brushing your teeth while checking a mobile phone, or else scrolling reels while eating, watching a show while eating. When we are rushing from one thing to another, that just sends the message subconsciously to your mind that what you're doing right now, you're not enjoying that, and hence you need a distraction. Like, it is a boring activity and hence you need a distraction. Just imagine, when did brushing your teeth became a boring activity? When did making something like cup of coffee became a boring activity? It is not. We gotta realize that we don't need to use our mobile phone 24/7. That is killing our focus. That is actually taking us away from our real life. Because guess what? Like, before few years, it wasn't like that. We were actually in the moment. If we are brushing, we are brushing. If we are eating food, we are eating food with our family. If we are doing something, we were in that moment. And you know what? We need to get back to that, because scrolling on your mobile phone 24/7 is not a good idea. It is just taking a real life essence out of you. It is just making you more vulnerable. It is just making you feel that if you won't scroll to another reel, you are gonna miss out on something, and that, my dear friends, will cause anxiety in you. And I'm not even joking. You will see that so many people have a lot more anxiety nowadays than it was in prior days, because guess what? This is what social media is doing to us. I'm not here to guide you of what you should do and what you shouldn't, but I'm just here to say you of why you might be feeling anxiety. So what can we do to avoid it? So instead, slow down in the real life moment. Slow down. Number 2, your space is your energy mirror. Like, if you spend so much time in your room and your room is not the most clean, it is not giving you motivation to do something great, then there's high chances that you might need to change the room. If your space is always messy, neglected and chaotic, trust me, your energy will be too. Your energy will soon see the environment and reflect it out of your body. You don't need a perfectly Pinterest apartment, but you need a space that feels more like you, that motivates you. Maybe no, you can literally just write quotes on post-it and stick it on the wall. I used to do that and I love it. That just brings the essence of who you are and who you want to be. That brings you closer to your future self. So try that. And one more thing, please remember to clean your room for at least 10 minutes each day. 10 minutes is not a big deal. Just put on your favorite song, dance on it a little, and meanwhile clean it. You will be enjoying it and at the same time you are keeping your room clean. Chapter number 2 is input shapes identity. Whatever you take in your body, that's how you become. Good thoughts you keep in, you become better. Good food you have, you become better. You get a clearer skin. Curate your feed like your future depends on it. No matter what you see, your Instagram, YouTube, I'm a strong believer of I only want to see the content that makes me grow. Call me a psychic, call me overachiever, call me whatever you want to, but I love to do that. And I think it is so much important because we feel that consuming content that is complete rubbish. I'm not saying the funny ones, but sometimes we do get rubbish content in our feed and I don't watch it. I don't entertain anything disrespectful. I don't entertain anything that is gonna block my energy. I don't entertain anything that's gonna pause my growth. I don't want to entertain such things in my life because I know my goal. I know I want to grow, but why would I subconsciously send a message to my mind that I am okay watching this content and I'm okay with this thought? That when you laugh on a piece of content which doesn't resemble your future self, you are throwing a message to your subconscious mind that you are okay with this version as well. Then you are saying your mind that even if you do not reach to the ideal self, you are okay with this version as well. So please unfollow people who does not resemble your energy. Make a smart move and mute them. Trust me, life will change because consciously or subconsciously we don't want to send any message to our brain that we are not capable of becoming our ideal self or we believe in what they are saying because we do not. I clearly know my word. I don't want to follow them. I don't think they are adding to my growth. Then might as well I don't follow them. So what's the hack? Each month you go to your feed, you see people you are following and just ask yourself a teeny tiny question that is this content making me grow or making me shrink? If it is making you shrink, then please unfollow it. Number 4, which is my favorite and I am trying to be more intentional with this, that is create an input hour. So right now in the age of Instagram, we are just continuously scrolling. Whatever comes to our feed, we are not intentional of what we are consuming. So I want you to make an input hour for yourself and then you, my dear friends, you take control of what you want to see. Rather than random scrolling, I want you to decide what you want to see on that particular day. Go and search it on YouTube, see a good 15-20 minutes of video because intentional consuming of content is gonna do good and that is using the devices and social media in a good way. But unintentional consuming of content, it is just gonna make you more weaker and vulnerable. You can see a good educational video on YouTube of 15-20 minutes, make your own notes and you're gonna learn so much from that intentional consuming of YouTube content. You can watch a TEDx video. You should give it a go. They are gonna change your thinking because sometimes those TEDx speakers, they are so much more powerful. There's something in their aura. I would highly recommend watching a TEDx video because guess what? Your input becomes your energy. Chapter number 3, treat your body as a container. So what do I mean by that? Let's see point number 5 first. Move for joy and not for punishment. If you are a beginner in exercise and if you are a beginner in your world of physical fitness, then I want to say you don't jump on what everyone's doing because either you're gonna love it and if you love it then amazing, and if you don't love it you might end up thinking that this is not made for you. Instead I want you to do things that brings joy to you. If you feel that gym is not for you, weightlifting is not for you yet, if you're not physically fit you might not enjoy it. I'm not saying not. What you can do instead, you can call people, go for a walk, play some random music, dance in the room because that brings jazz. Number 3, you can go to play any game whichever you like, any sports. 4th, if you are not into anything then stretches, yoga, it can do wonders to you. And if you are into gym, then take this from me, a cute outfit for gym is gonna romanticize your gym journey. So put on some heatless skirts like this one, put on a cute outfit of gym and go for your session and you're gonna enjoy it. The idea is to be the main character of your life and if you do this you're gonna be the main character of your life. Number 6, dress like a main character in your life. I know I'm guilty of doing it and so many of us as well. Don't save your best bag, don't save your best dress for certain occasion. Can wear it on everyday basis because guess what? The time you put on a good outfit, put on a good makeup, you are gonna instantly feel amazing and that's what I want you to do, to feel amazing in each and every outfit. My go-to hacks for this are, first, wearing pantsuit. I feel instantly more powerful when I'm wearing a pantsuit and it just makes me feel that my life is put together. Secondly, I love to wear small dainty gold jewelry because it just makes me feel so much more elite. Someday good gold dainty jewelry can instantly uplift your look. And then third, learn to do makeup girls. No makeup looks. Makeup can instantly make you feel more alive. Some good lipstick shade, a bit of blush here and there, it's gonna make you feel more feminine. Fragrance layering. So add some perfume and I love to add a perfume even when I'm not going anywhere. Chapter number 4, mindset is equal to momentum. Because whatever we do, our habits, what we are consuming, what we are doing, it is always related to what we think of ourselves. What's our mindset? First thing first, Speak to yourself like you are speaking to your sister. When you miss a certain goal and you go like, of course I failed because I'm lazy. Would you ever say that to someone whom you love? Like when you fail, you said yourself, I did not try it enough, I was not enough, blah blah blah. But if it's your younger sister who has failed in the same thing, would you do that same to them? What are you gonna say then? No, you did amazing, you're gonna do even better next time, it was just not your luck, etc etc. These are the things we say to the people around us to give them the space to grow, because you know that them failing on certain things is not the end of the world. You want to create that bubble of growth for them and you being nice to them, and that's exactly we need to do with ourselves. We cannot say ourselves that we failed. We have to say that you failed, it's okay, but you learned a lot in the way and you're gonna continue learning. Maybe not this time, maybe next time. That's not the end of the world. You're gonna be amazing, and that's what we want. What is my practice to do that? First thing first, my mantra is I mess up but I don't give up. Probably I can mess up certain things, but I will definitely not give up on it. I won't give up. I know I can be wrong, but I won't give up on it. Secondly, voice memos or pep talks. Give a pep talk you yourself. That's the best to say yourself that you are amazing. I'm sure I'm giving you a pep talk right now, but if you would do the same to yourself, that's gonna be more influential, because when you do that to yourself, your mind is gonna believe it so much more, because guess what, your mind needs your validation. So give that validation to your mind. Number 3, self-forgiveness journaling. Pick up the journal, write in that I forgive myself for this mistake. It's okay, I did not achieve it, but I am gonna make it. I just forgive yourself. Why would you hold on to yourself? Number 8, start with one proof list things. So we often say that be confident, etc etc, but how do you feel confident? When you know what you have won in life. So every time you just do something that you are proud of, maybe you spoke in a meeting of 15 people which you were afraid of initially, but then you did, write that in that list. It can be very small and it can be massive as well. Massive like you won this competition, you did this, you did that. Make a list of things that you think has given you a sense of achievement when you've done it, because that's going to increase your confidence list. But if you have nothing, just in case, then maybe start a habit. That habit can be 15 minutes of walking, and commit to yourself that I am going to walk for 15 minutes for 1 month straight, 7 days straight. Track it, write down that you did it, blah blah blah. Then boom, it's an achievement. Even if it is small, it is an achievement for you. Number 9, audit your self-image and not your to-do list. If you are doing everything and you still feel something is missing from your life, then most probably it's not about your to-do list, but it's about how you're feeling about yourself. And I want you to identify exactly what you're feeling about yourself. We gotta rewire your mindset. What is the hack to do that? Number 1, write 3 I am statement every day. I am the best. I just know what I'm doing. I am working on becoming the best version of myself. I manifest whatever I want. I get whatever I want, in fact. And do some mirror talks. So you know, when we were kids and we used to speak our heart out in front of mirror, I want you to do exactly that, but a grown-up version of it, and you are gonna instantly feel so much more connected to yourself. Because once you start talking to yourself, be rest assured that you're gonna be the best. You build a connection with yourself, and that's exactly what we want. And with this, we have come to an end of this video. You don't need a 4 a.m. morning routine to feel productive, but you instead need to do the small shifts to feel productive, and to know what you are, to know your identity, to work on it, and to consciously take steps each and every day to be the best version of yourself. And I do exactly that. I help you to bring out the best out of you. I help you to be more connected with yourself. I help you to raise out of this rat race and just be the best. And I help you to bring your energy on the higher notes, because your energy will decide what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do, what you're gonna attract, what you're not gonna attract. So yes, if you like this video, then rest assured you can follow me, because I know that you're gonna love other videos of mine. I do a lot of things. I make vlogs, I love to dance, I love to run. I'm just a raw and authentic person out there on internet. And if you like this, you can follow me and see my journey, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Till that time, take care, bye bye, see you. Keep growing. I'm super proud of you where you have, and I can't wait to see you succeeding in your life. If you do so, if anything has brought a change in your mindset, please write it in the comment, because I love seeing that how I have affected your life. I love seeing that you are inspired by my words. Make sure to leave a comment, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Till that time, take care, bye bye, see ya.